Ratings is a show just for you. We talk film, TV, both old and new. We discover new things, our tastes get broader. So here's the show's host in no particular order. Rachel's arrived, she's making a stand. It seems like world domination is her ultimate plan. And he's a little rough, he's a little caustic. Call him what you will as long as it's flawed toxic. Stupendo's gonna judge you on your sense of cool by asking you what your favorite Mexican food. Northern Bustard and Spider Elm might say hello. It seems like everybody wants to be on this YouTube show. Run by Lance who drinks cappuccino. Everybody thinks he looks like Quentin Tarantino. So come on in and join the Nielsen ratings. It's a show that you've all been anticipating.
Hey, here we are with the Nielsen Ratings, my regular weekly Tuesday night show, 10 p.m. UK, where we talk about the latest film and TV shows that you should be watching, and occasionally we'll warn you about some that maybe you should stay away from, with my regular co-host, Stupenzo, is in the house all the way from Texas. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah, good. Well, it's good that you're chilling because that means you can be here. So excellent.
Yeah, I got all this food to do for the next couple days.
Well, if you do need to construct food during our show, feel free. I do have a thumbnail for you to create as well for me. I'll send you the details in the private chat. Aaron is here. Good to see you, sir. We've got Darth Plato. The coppers. You guys make your entrance every week. That's arriving on helicopter in the studio. That's actually Cosmic Holder. Hello. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. If you're new to the channel, welcome and thank you for being with us on this fine, cold Tuesday winter's evening in England. Shall we bring the rest of the panel?
We had a tornado here yesterday.
You had a tornado?
Well, it was like an hour away, but yes. Yeah. We got a bunch of rain and a big thunderstorm. It's not very cold though. I wish it was.
Dude, bunch of rain and a big thunderstorm is a regular event in the UK. Someone who can tell us about terrible weather because he lives in that part of the world. Northern English Bastard is here. What a fantastic avatar! Did I say how fantastic your avatar is?
In the back room, yes, but right now, I'm just sunbathing in this lovely northern weather. You know, it's soaking me to the bone here, but still, you know, you got to top up that tan, don't you?
Having met you in person, the image of you sunbathing with your Borat thong on is deeply disturbing for me. But yeah, talking of other people that I've met in person, Critic Owl is also here.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, not bad. It's Tuesday. Been taking care of my wife after she had surgery last week, so I'm itching to do a good show tonight.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. Do any of your spiders have kind of like leech-like qualities, where if you place the spider on your wife, they will sort of come and chew the wound and sort of maybe weave it up, kind of thing?
I could probably like get one of them to do some webbing and use that as a bandage or something, but yeah, that's about it really.
Okay, for all those kids watching, don't try that at home. Last, by no means least, it's the queen of the cats, Rebel Rose herself. Wow.
Every week, you're getting better and better at communicating with cats.
Yeah, good. We look forward to hearing the jingle of the bells because it's Christmas and nothing to do with Rachel's cat. Oh, we lost Critic Owl. Possibly because his wife just trying to grab one of the spiders and put what we suggested into practice. Maybe he's had to run out the room going, no, not that one. That one's poisonous. Something like that. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to talk about a shed load of stuff today. So we better push on because there's quite a bit to get through, and I haven't even listed Penzo's choices. We've also got to honour a few actors we've lost. We've lost a couple of greats this week, and also another member of the Outcast Creative, sadly. Feels like there's been a few of them lately. We also lost another one of them. So I'll talk about them. Feels like we're going to have an in memoriam section every week now. I guess it's that time of year, you know, cold. Winter's here. But yeah, Udo Kier, great German actor, passed away yesterday. We've had Jack Shepherd, who actually was somebody I knew very well. I'd met a number of times, and he lived just up the road from me. Most people might know him from The Golden Compass, but he also passed away this evening. And then Eric Redman, who I directed twice, once on stage and once in a film, who many of you will have seen kind of playing German officers in a lot of World War II movies and TV series. He was also a character in Captain America, the First Avenger. He had a speaking part in that. A good friend of mine. And I had no idea he was battling cancer. So again, just found out he passed away as well. So we're going to talk about their careers a little bit and just kind of remember some of the work that they did. But we'll get on to that a bit later, because if Toxic's going to be joining us later, I don't want him to miss out on the memoriam. Gary, I feel you shortened your name here. I feel there was Gary on the front there. Good to see you. Welcome. So but let's get on with some stuff we're going to recommend. Shows and movies that we've been watching. First up is a new 4-part BBC drama. It's a true story. So for those people who might want to watch it, it's only 4 episodes. This is what's known as an acceptable episode length in Enzo World. This has just dropped on BBC iPlayer this week. Overseas, I'm not sure where you would get it, but it is Prisoner 951. This is the true story of a British woman who had a dual nationality, British and Iranian passport. She was deliberately detained in Iran. She had a baby who was barely a year old, and she'd gone to see her parents to introduce her parents to the kid. And on very spurious reasons, she was detained. Initially, she was charged with spying for British intelligence, but that all turned out to be bollocks, because she basically worked in an admin position for a research company. She had no background in intelligence or anything like that. That's been proven beyond all reasonable doubt. What actually was happening was that some people might know about this, was that when the Shah was in charge of Iran, there was a massive arms deal that was financed for Iran by the British government for them to buy, I think it was about, it was a lot of tanks anyway. They were going to buy Chieftain tanks from the UK. The British Ministry of Defence were going to sell Iran the Chieftain tanks in the 70s, which was sort of, I think, starting to become obsolete by then. And it was a £400 million deal. And the Iranians paid the money, and then the Shah got deposed. Britain reneged on supplying the tanks because then the Ayatollah came in charge. So Britain had this outstanding debt of £400 million for goods that had not been provided to Iran. And what Iran decided to do, thank you very much, it was for 1,500 Chieftain tanks. That's a big tank battle right there. What Iran decided to do was they basically withheld this woman, and they used her as a bargaining chip to persuade Britain to pay the £400 million. And it took 6 years for Britain to pay up. So she lost 6 years of her life, and she had absolutely nothing to do with any kind of espionage or spying or anything like that. It's an absolutely first-class production, extremely well made, very well performed. I've just watched all of it today, so I've seen all 4 episodes. The lead actress who plays the lady in question, Nazarene, absolutely brilliant performance. You've got Mr. Fiennes in there as well, Joseph Fiennes. One of his best performances of his career, I would also strongly argue. And then there's a huge number of Iranian actors and so on. And her personal journey is really quite horrifying. I found it really difficult to watch this because I've had my own prison experience, and it was quite triggering for me. But I did sit through it. So Prisoner 951 comes with a strong recommendation from me. I'll give it my rating now. I'll rate it 9 out of 10 straight away. Now, this was a late recommendation because it literally only came out yesterday. So many of my panel won't have seen it. Did anybody manage to watch the first episode? I did suggest that to a couple of people. Did anyone manage to see episode 1?
No.
No, I didn't get round to this. I was watching The Beast in Me.
Rebel Rose?
No, I didn't get to. I was looking for the wrong series.
Well, it's sorry, I think I probably gave you the wrong prison number because I think I've got 517 or something. But anyway,
Yeah, I think you gave me the wrong number, Lance. I'm
I
sorry.
think I might have done. It's Prisoner 951. So look, if it's only 4 parts, if you do like a true story drama, and it is very interesting, the stuff that went on behind the scenes, and and it's really well done. It feels very authentic. You do feel like you've been to an Iranian prison when you watch this show. That might not be for everyone, of course. I did struggle with it a little bit.
Well, I've been in an Iraqi prison, so I mean,
there we are. Yeah, probably not that much different. 185 were delivered. Darth Plato with all the tidbits. So that's one from me straight away. So let's go to my guests and see what they have for us this week. Critic Al, you wanted to talk about the trailer for the new science fiction film from the guy who brought us the Matt Damon Mars.
Yep,
movie.
The Martian. Andy Weir's new book.
Andy Weir.
Yeah.
It's called Project Hail Mary. I ordered the book today because The Martian was an excellent book. Excellent book. And a very good film, actually. I would say probably Ridley Scott's last good film. You know, I could just say it was good.
Agreed.
And this looks to have a really intriguing premise behind it. Basically, the sun is going out, and one man needs to go and sort of save the galaxy and communicate with other alien life. And that man appears to be Ryan Gosling. So we're going to talk about.
I do like Ryan.
We'll talk about geese later, but we've got Gosling for now.
Yeah, I do like Ryan Gosling. I do like Ryan Gosling as an actor. I do like him.
I think he's a perfectly charming actor. From what I've seen from the trailer, he's going to do a decent job. I've not read the book yet, so I can't comment on accuracy or anything like that. But as I say, the book will be turning up very soon. And the only concern I've got really is that Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are doing it, and they're more comedy guys. But they've made good films. I'm just worried about the tone of it, really.
To be fair, like you don't associate Ridley Scott as a comic director, but The Martian is a really funny movie.
There's definitely funny bits to it. Yeah,
got a lot of humor in it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I am desperate for a decent sci-fi, high concept movie. I thought we were going to get it with The Creator, and we didn't get it with The Creator. And then I thought we might get it with Mickey 17, and we didn't get it with Mickey 17.
No.
So,
people are really hating that movie. People really
exactly.
hating it.
So
I still haven't seen Mickey 17. Is it worth my time?
No.
No.
I would say no.
You're not missing anything.
Okay.
Watch my review on my channel instead. Pattinson's very good in it, but it's ruined by people with an agenda. Put it that way.
Big time. Big time.
Well,
Orange Man bad.
Yeah, I would like to see this. I've seen the trailer. I saw the Drinker did a kind of little video about it because he's a massive fan of the book and he really doesn't want to screw it up. I thought the trailer looked pretty good. I saw a bit too much of the movie. I would rather have not known about some of the things that I've now learned about. So I don't want to see any more trailers for it. But yeah,
this is why I decided I was going to read the book. You see, I was like, well, I've already got a good idea of what's going on, so I might as well read it. Because The Martian, I didn't read the book before watching the film. I watched the film first.
Yeah, I did. I've got the book, but I saw the movie first because I didn't even know about the book until the movie came out.
So yeah, I'm hopeful. You know, it's not out till I think it's next year sometime, March. I think it is next year. And you know, they say hope is the first step on the road to disappointment, but you've got to try and be optimistic sometimes. Ryan Gosling is a good actor. Hopefully, he can carry the film. Phil Miller and Chris Miller and Phil Lord are competent directors, if nothing else. And Aaron just said apparently the book's got quite a bit of comedy in it anyway. So, you know,
I'm hopeful this will be. I'm quietly optimistic this will be good. Yeah,
it's about time.
Enzo, you got any thoughts you want to say about it?
I think it looks cool. I saw the trailer with the crabby rock monster guy, and
I tried not to mention that thing for spoilers, but okay.
I mean, if it's in the trailer, you know, I think it's one of those things you should know going in that there's a crabby rock monster alien that's helping him, because if you walked in blind and then that shows up, you would be like, what? You know,
I think if somebody's got rocky crabs,
important.
you should definitely be told in advance. Yes.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I do
Sorry,
like
lowering
these.
the tone.
You know, I like these movies that try to explain these high concept sci-fi things for layman's. Faster than light travel and stuff like that. It's all fun. I remember, like, I still think about that Event Horizon scene when they break down how the warp drive works. You know, what's the shortest distance between 2 points? You know, yeah, that stuff's fun. I don't know if it's gonna do how well it's gonna do. People do like Ryan Gosling. He's I don't know, more bankable than Matt Damon. I do like The Martian.
Budget was actually on it. Let's have a quick look.
Yeah, I did like The Martian, but I didn't see it until like after it had been out for a while, and everyone said I should check it out. You know,
I saw it at the cinema.
Yeah, I saw it at the cinema. I was blown away by The Martian. I was genuinely blown away.
No,
I've actually read.
My casting director and my ex-partner, and we all loved it. I remember.
Was it,
I think
2015 was The Martian.
Yeah.
I think The Martian is like Ridley Scott's, not even best movie, but his like only really good movie since Gladiator. Like,
Yep, I agree. I think it's the last.
I think
it was good.
Gladiator, I wasn't that impressed with. I didn't think it deserved Best Picture. And
did Gladiator come out after or before Kingdom of Heaven?
Before, yeah,
Gladiator,
that was
a ways before.
Yeah. Gladiator for me was like the beginning of the end of the.
I think the
Ridley
director's cut
Scott.
Kingdom of Heaven is a really good movie.
I've heard the director's cut is almost a completely different film.
It's a great
an
film.
hour extra in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very different movie. It's a very.
You
good
know what I
film.
heard of? I heard. Have you guys seen? What was it? Is it Raising Cain with John Lithgow?
Yeah.
He plays, like,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Galen
know this.
Hurd produced that, by the way.
So who made that one? That's Bill. It's De Palma, right? De Palma made that.
Brian De Palma.
So check this out. I heard about this where some fan made an edit of the movie where it's like told in a different chronological order and makes like the suspense and the big reveal like way crazier. And then Brian De Palma found that screening and made that the official director's cut, because apparently that's what he wanted to do. So that's pretty cool.
I love that. I love that
That's
story.
brilliant.
Actually,
That's cool.
Well, the budget for this is 108 million, so you're looking at it making 280 odd to break even, and I think that's quite doable.
We'll see. But yeah,
I hope it does. We need a really good movie as well. I mean, we're really getting some
do.
bangers our way at the moment.
yeah,
Oh,
25.
wait.
I want something
Hang
smart, and I was hoping that The Running Man was going to be it, but watching
No.
Lord Toxic's Consider the Source, just what they've done to the ending is enough to make me not want to watch that film.
Yeah,
Who-
Yeah, it
who's-
would have been a lot ballsier if they actually had him fucking die.
Is there anyone on the panel who's actually seen the new version of The Running Man?
Yeah.
I did a
Yeah.
show on it.
Okay, so yeah, okay, Toxic's seen it, and Rebel Rose has seen it. I think did we mention this last week? And you both kind of said don't watch it.
I have been saying that since I went and saw it the night it came out. I've been pretty much screaming it from the hilltops on everybody's show, even shows that have nothing to do with it. I'll be like, hey, by the way, The Running Man is a shit movie. Don't see it. And they're like, sir, we just want your Dairy Queen order. We're not really interested in it.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll let's not spend any more time.
If I may, on the Andy Weir you might, I don't know if you know this, Lance. Andy Weir is kind of like, he's big Amazon. Does his books Amazon? His book was for The Martian was floating around.
The Martian was self-published.
Yeah, and it was floating around. They optioned it, and you know, he's like that kind of success story. And I'll tell you, I read the book first in lockup, and then it's one of the first films I saw when I got out, and it's so faithful. It's crazy how faithful it is. I've not seen the director's cut, so I can't speak on that. But I mean, the regular theatrical release that I've seen is extremely faithful to the book. It gets all the humor and you know,
a little bit of Hollywood drama added on to the ending, but that's about it, really.
Yeah,
a bit. Yeah, I'll concede that. But if they do the same thing with this, I think it could be really successful. People, although it could also, I hate to say, you realize it could also just be a watered down version of The Martian, just, you know, rinse and repeat. It could also be that too. So
we'll just have to wait and see, really. I mean,
we'll see. I don't think it's going to be that.
I'm just hoping it's one of the better films of next year, because next year is the year of the remake and the sequel more than this year, even. I think it's just nothing.
All right, let's move on. So, The Last Frontier is a show that I sort of found by accident a couple of weeks ago. I watched the first episode and then I immediately messaged people and said, hey, I think this actually looks pretty good. Why don't you check it out? And my understanding is that some people have watched almost all of it, I think, on the panel. I've only seen a couple of episodes, but I certainly enjoyed what I saw. So for the benefit of those people that don't know about it, it's basically a special prison plane, a little bit like the plane in Con Air, but not quite as groovy, is traveling over Alaska when an attempt to hijack the plane is made. The plane crashes. Numerous convicts escape, including some who are highly dangerous. One in particular who has got sort of connections to black ops and is this prisoner that needs to be captured under any circumstances. The local police get involved. A female sort of, I think she's an FBI agent. Is she FBI or CIA? I forget.
CIA, I think.
CIA.
Right, okay. She's kind of like Jodie Foster's character in Silence of the Lambs a little bit. Kind of got that vibe going on.
Yeah, I was getting that as well.
Yeah, she's a bit like that. She kind of gets sent there by the boss. She doesn't want to go. She's got a backstory. And she's sent there to capture this one specific individual. She clashes with the main cop because she can't tell him anything. He's got, one of his men has died during when they attempted to go and investigate, and a load of them got killed, and it was all pretty brutal. And so, yeah, this is a sort of, it's a pretty interesting show, and once again, it's got our main man who's kind of turning up in Jason Clarke, who's turning up in everything. It's got Dominic Cooper in it, who I've actually met, who's on the left here. British actor. Jason Clarke is just good in anything he's in, and he also tends not to pick projects that have poor scripts. So usually if he's in something, the script is at least decent. It's not always brilliant, but he certainly picks good roles.
Come on, Lance. So you're forgetting Terminator Genesis.
I was thinking of that too.
That was early in his career.
They can't all be winners. They can't all be winners, guys.
That was early in his career before anybody knew who he was. So it's like, a Terminator film, that'll raise.
I wouldn't say that. But
he did Lawless before that.
It was past his rom-com stage, so I think
he wasn't A-list. Yeah. He wasn't A-list at that stage, though, was he? I don't think so. A-list.
All the Terminators all the Terminator movies after Terminator 3, I don't want to know which ones are which. I think Salvation is Christian Bale.
Yep.
And
yes, you're right there.
Genesis is the one where they remade the first three movies, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Like Terminator 2, like T-1000 shows up.
Genesis is the one where they thought that Emilia Clarke might be able to act, and they put her in the film, and she showed that she can't act.
Oh.
Was that the one they killed John Connor on the beach right at the beginning?
No, that's
Dark Fate.
That's the one we really don't talk about.
You know what I did like about Genesis? It was stupid how they did it, but the idea that, like, how do you kill a T-1000? Just fucking acid sprinklers. I thought that was actually pretty cool. But of course, it's like, how did you set this up in a sewer? It doesn't. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. The effect
That's
of
the
it
thing with
was
time
cool,
travel movies
but-
is you can just always keep going back and
Just
having
the
one more
concept,
go.
like, okay, we're in the future and we're fighting T-1000s, pulse rifles. Yeah, maybe we need like an acid, like flamethrower type gun. I don't know. That's cool stuff. Like, I like that. You know,
All
you
right,
ever see the high
we're
concept
going down
stuff?
a Terminator rabbit hole here. Let's cap that. So
Let's do that instead.
Last
happens.
Frontier. Let's stick with this. So I've only seen 2 episodes, but I liked it. Thought it was good. Well made television. I'll hold off on my rating until I've heard from others. So Toxic, let's hear from you. Last Frontier, what do you think?
Yeah, just finished it. This is one of the ones I gotta call on a marker, and you owe me on this one, man, because we watched that first episode, and the girlfriend is a prison guard, and she was pissed. She was like, it's one of those I'm an expert in my field thing, and she started screaming at the TV. And she's like, why would they do that? They wouldn't do that. That's not right. Turn this fucking thing off. And I'm like, no, I gotta watch it, Lance. It's for Lance, honey. It's for Lance. She's like, well, whatever. And then she just got on her phone.
It's homework.
It's homework, baby. I enjoy it. I give it a lot of grace just because the acting is so good in it. There are a bunch of reveals. I'm so glad you told me in the green room, or excuse me, in the chat, that you only made it to episode 2, because I would have totally spoiled some stuff. So they
don't no spoilers, please.
I won't. They trickle out little what do you call it? Reveals. Every couple episodes, there's like a big reveal about something you didn't know. One was a very simple one. Who is the actual Havelock guy? Like, who he actually is. They do a little misdirection. But I mean, if you're watching this streaming has a real problem with this, because they have the names of like, if you pull it up and you can see, like, Jason Clark is playing, Jennings, the U.S. Marshal, yada, yada, yada. So like they'll say who the people are. So like, if if you're like us and you know who actors are, you're like, oh, well, that's the bad guy right there. This is the bad guy. So I won't even spoil that in case someone hasn't made it past episode 2. But so yeah, there's that kind of stuff going on, and I like that. I like that it's an 8-episode thing, and like every other episode, they have like a reveal that's something that you didn't know about one of the main characters. And I also like the kind of the usually I don't like boomerang storytelling like they did in The Walking Dead, but here it works really well, because the inmates, the thing crashes, and you have several that die on the impact, and several got sucked out of the thing, and then you have a bunch that are characters that now the law enforcement and the surrounding town have to deal with, and they it's exactly as you think it would be. They're going off on their own little adventures and stuff, and you have this one beleaguered U.S. Marshal trying to like hold the whole town and his life together at the same time. I really, really like Haley Bennett. She's criminally underused. She was early in her career labeled the Timu Jennifer Lawrence, and I think that's so fucking unfair. I know she sort of resembles Jennifer Lawrence. I get it, but she can't help that. And there's lots of celebrities that resemble
Jennifer Lawrence is the Timu Haley Bennett, isn't she? That's what I thought.
Well, okay, yeah, there you go. Haley Bennett's a fantastic actress. She's excellent in this.
Your time is up, so
Okay.
hold off on your rating. Northern, I think you've seen some of this as well.
Yes, I'm up to episode 5. There were a few things that did sort of make me question a little bit of lapse of logic. Like, okay, so this guy's got this kid, he's kidnapped him, and he's leaving his gun around for anyone to fucking grab. Can't you keep that thing holstered? I mean, he's already tried to escape you once, but I am liking it. I'm liking Jason Clarke in this. I am liking the dynamic between him and Haley Bennett. It's like, they kind of don't trust each other, because she's not exactly helping him with any disclosure, but she has to. But also the CIA kind of sleaze bags just were willing to throw it under the bus once this whole thing is over. And I do like Dominic Cooper in this as well. He's got this. He's very smart. He's very intuitive. He's he's not a traditional sort of menacing bad guy. He's actually quite normal and very charming, but he's very resourceful. I think there was one moment where with that involves one of those mobile cabin things for tourists where he disappears, and I thought, okay, how could he survive that? Did he grab anything to help him survive it? I don't know. I was really questioning that after we saw him again in the next episode. But apart from that, I am enjoying a lot of it as well. I mean, Jason Clarke's not reduced to a cook to make Haley Bennett look better. There's a couple of times when Haley Bennett does my shoes at a witch when Jason Clarke has a convict who's holding someone hostage. But apart from that, it's actually pretty solid, and I love the cinematography. I love it does kind of have a little bit of a Wind River feel to it.
Yeah, it did remind me of Wind River, and also that film Whiteout, and then also that other one with Al Pacino where he's chasing the
Insomnia.
Yeah, Insomnia. Yeah, it reminded me a bit of Insomnia.
Oh,
so
that's good.
all of those three, there's something of it in all of those. Inside Man, have you caught this at all?
I have not. However, I will just say that I'm kind of done with the whole sort of, somebody being ex-special forces, ex-CIA, ex-government agent, ex-this, ex-that, who happens to be part of a crowd. I'm sort of done with it about 20 years ago, if I'm honest.
So I want to see a movie where
there's no X's in this, though. They are all. She is CIA. He's not ex-special forces. He's just a regular cop.
Well, no, he's right though, Lance. He's actually right. I don't want to give it away, but he is right.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's more to it than I know at the moment. Yeah, fair enough.
I want to see a movie where the action guy works at a Waffle House.
Yeah,
and it turns out that he's like the most super dangerous badass guy. And they're like, "What is he?" Right. He's like, "No, he's just worked at Waffle House for like 20 years. Like he's fucking dangerous."
You see him catch that chair during that fight?
Yeah, he's not like you think he's ex-CIA or special ops. No. He's just really good at working at Waffle House. He's been there. He's seen things.
With maple syrup.
Going after him could be very dangerous.
Has anybody else seen this then, apart from myself, Toxic, and Northern? Anyone?
Yeah, I did start it. I'm on episode 3, so I'm not deep into it yet, but it's good so far. I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, so ratings then from the panel so far. I give it sort of 7 to 8 for me at the moment. Don't forget, I'm only 2 episodes in. Rachel, where are you at with it? Rating-wise?
I'd give it an 8 because, like you said, you're only a little bit in. 8 out of 10 so far.
All right, Northern?
So far, 7. A few lapses of logic occasionally, but it is very gripping. And it is mostly well written in places.
Toxic.
Having finished it, I will give it a solid 8. I would go higher, but the opening theme annoys me, really. I can't stand the opening theme.
Yeah, it's still catchy, and it's like da 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 da.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? Doesn't matter.
It's completely inconsistent to the tone of this whole show.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, we'll move on from the last frontier then. Thank you very much. Let's jump on. Okay, all right. So gonna talk very briefly about a couple of actors we lost this week. Jack Shepherd, British actor, passed away today. I was lucky enough to meet him probably like no less than about 15 times. We didn't work together, sadly, but he used to live around the corner from the theatre where I was the writer director in residence. So he came to see at least 2 of my plays that I'm aware of. I saw him in the theatre a couple of times. We knew each other by sight to say hello to. He was mostly famous in the UK for doing a TV show called Wycliffe. I mean, this is a stage and screen actor who's been around for a long time, and he's done a number of pretty substantial, huge, acting roles in feature films as well in his time. Jack Shepherd sadly passed away today, but a great actor. Inside Man, were you ever lucky enough to work with him or be on set with him? Or
No, I wasn't. But he's one of these. He was one of these British actors. Excuse me, one of these still British actors that I really greatly admired. I mean, everything that he's been in. I mean, particularly, I think Wycliffe. I thought he was a fantastic actor. A really lovely actor. And I've seen quite a few interviews with him. And the way he comes across, like a really soft, very lovable, very generous kind of man. Apparently very generous to his fellow actors as well. Which I really like.
He had a very, I had a number of fairly significant conversations with him, and I mean by that I don't just mean kind of high. I shared a pint with him on a number of occasions. Twice when he came to see my shows, I had a drink with him after the show, and I had a drink with him after I saw him in a play at the National, at the Actors Bar there, and he got me the ticket for that show as well. A really nice man. It had a really sort of deep intelligence, a well of information, but not boastful with it at all. Just really, really wonderful guy. So, thank you for the time, Mr. Shepherd. I really appreciated it because he did very encouraging words to me when I was sort of starting out. And I met him in the early 2000s, and late 90s was mainly when I physically saw him in person. Up to probably last time I saw him was probably around 2011. Eric Redman, who I directed twice personally, many of you will have seen him in a number of films where he normally plays like Nazi scientists, like he did in Overlord, which he had a lot of fun doing that. He was also on Saving Private Ryan. That's him on the set there, talking to the tank commander just before they moved down the street, if you remember that shot. And he was actually, he was cast in the Pegasus Bridge movie of mine that didn't happen as the German commander on the gunboat, who was described as kind of looking very kind of typically Aryan. So straight away when I read that in the historical accounts, I was like, right, well, I'm going to get Eric Redman to play that part then. Eric and I did one stage production together called Signing On, and I directed him on that. And he brought loads of things to the character, made the character really funny. So he had a great knack for comedy. And he was just a grafter. He was a real grafter. He really, really worked to earn his career because he was a German English-speaking actor based in England who looked very German. So he played that to the hilt. You would always catch him at networking events, and he'd be I'd bump into him at talks at Pinewood Studios, stuff like that. And he was always, working his craft, basically, grafting to get roles. Really nice guy. I've got a fantastic picture of him from the second time we worked together. I'm going to put my camera on quickly. Where he was playing a casting director, and I wrote this role especially for him, and this is him auditioning the actress. And in this scene, which was improvised, I said to Eric, I want you to get the actress to do something really stupid and outrageous. And he said, okay, leave it with me. And he went, and I called action, and he said, right, so this character is a lizard, and I want you to do this ferocious lizard, darling. Give me lizard lips. And he sort of did all of that, and that was literally the shot of her doing this lizard woman. It was completely his idea. He came up with that, and just we wanted a comedy moment. So he was really funny. Very, very talented man. I'm going to miss him very much. I stayed in touch with him. We used to speak every year on the phone without fail at least once. Sometimes fit a lunch in if we could. I mean, he had very boyish looks up until right up until his late 50s. So thanks for the memories, Eric, and it was an honour to have worked with you. And then Udo Kier, another German actor, who'd been around for a very long time, and in a number of films. Am I right in thinking? Because I saw him in Hunters. I remember him in Hunters. Am I right in thinking he was in that Nazi Men on the Moon, low budget?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Iron Sky.
Yes, he was.
Iron Sky, that was it. Yeah.
Ace Ventura,
Wow.
Blade.
Blade's the one I remember him from, and he was in a music
Andy
video for a
Warhol's
heavy metal
Dracula
band
and
called
yeah,
Core.
Was
Andy
it
Warhol's
in
Dracula.
Blade? He was like the sort of head of the vampire council, wasn't he?
That's right. Yeah, they rip out his
Yeah.
teeth and leave him on a beach to explode. Very nice.
Damn it,
Yeah,
Rust, I
it
got
was,
to
yeah.
do.
You'll never be able to go blood frost.
You get too
Um,
loud in the queue.
I like this picture of him.
Is that him?
That's not
That's
him.
not
is it?
him. That is not
That's not
Udo
him.
Kier.
Oh,
Next
hang on.
slide.
Sorry, I'm not. That's still Eric. Sorry, Eric. I mean, you know, the two of you.
Udo Kier was a very unique-looking individual.
He had a
That's
cool
it.
name too.
Yeah, Udo Kier. Yeah, very. I mean, yeah, he
He's
did
very
have a
good,
very
he's a very
unique look,
suave, man. He's a very suave guy.
but he had a face for playing villains.
Definitely.
This is the
Yeah, and
sequel.
vampires. Armageddon. He's in Armageddon. Wait, is he?
No. Yeah, he is. He plays the psychologist.
Oh,
I
right.
believe this is Adolf Hitler and Margaret Thatcher together at last.
It is.
This is the second Iron Sky movie.
No,
I
I
liked
think this is
him
like
in,
the third one, I think.
This is the third
He's in
one.
End of Days, right?
Yeah.
End of Days. Johnny Mnemonic. Dracula 3000.
Oh, it's Lara Rossi who's in this picture. She's a good friend of mine, funnily enough. So I did not know she was in. Actually, no, I do remember her telling me she was in an Iron Sky movie. Ah, there we go. But I haven't seen this one, I don't think, because this is not the first one, is it? So,
No.
no.
It's
Oh,
not the
right,
first one.
Bob.
Oh, he was in
He's
Bob
in
Wire as
Bob
well.
Wire,
yeah.
Of course.
I
damn.
didn't notice him for some reason. Can't remember why. Can't
You
think
were
what
probably
Across
distracted
concrete.
me.
A couple reasons.
Yeah, you were focused on something else. And that's him in Downsizing. Oh, God, yeah. I do remember him in Downsizing.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
watched that film. That was a weird film.
It was the first, 40 minutes of it was really good. And then it just didn't know. Once Matt Damon got drunk and ended up in that world, it was like they ran out of ideas and they said,
On his
well,
own, yeah, exactly.
The big twist is we're going to parallel, what's happening now, and there are still going to be poor little people. And I thought, that's a really naff twist. Is that the best you got? Yeah, first 40 minutes of it's really good, but didn't really like the rest of it.
No, it's not a great film by any means.
Yeah, that's a big rose. He had a pretty interesting career because he did everything from kind of really highbrow stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at his IMDb. He's got 300 screen credits.
Wow.
Yeah, to a lot of B movie. This looks like
So much TV as well.
I bet this was a terrible scene for him to have to do. This looks like an awful day's work. Udo Kier.
That looks like a man who's really, really trying to remember his lines. Many distractions.
Yeah. So,
I'm sure he was a consummate professional.
well, I mean, I haven't heard anything bad about him in the industry. Gossip Tree, Inside Man. Did you ever hear any stories, good or otherwise?
No, to be honest with you, neither good, bad, or indifferent. To be honest with you,
Yeah, and I mean that's usually a good sign. I remember. Oh, do you know what? I remember him doing these scenes in Red Alert.
Yeah, he was in the full motion video bit of it.
I totally.
Commander Yuri, I think his name was.
Yeah, no, I remember him doing the really heavy Russian accent. I totally didn't register that was him. That totally didn't. I totally didn't pick up on that at all. Well, I mean, what a life well lived. I mean, It's a shame he didn't write an autobiography, or maybe he has. I don't know, but I mean, he could have written an amazing autobiography with all the different people he'd worked with, and stuff like that. So, by the way, this is not a picture of Udo Kier. This is Northern on a day off, north of the wall, just sunbathing. You said he was sunbathing. Looks just like that. Exactly.
Yeah, I automatically turn good looking when that happens, and
it's when the sun hits you, isn't it? It's kind of a special radiant effect.
you can always tell it's the north because it's in black and white.
That's right.
Just like the rainbows.
And he's with Jason Clarke in that picture. So yeah, he's worked with many people. So anybody got a favorite? Anyone got a favorite role of his they want to mention before we move on? That's an interesting.
I really
one.
liked him as the Lord of the Vampires in Blade. I thought he was.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah, I was good there. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, was that a big gun, or are you just pleased to see me? What's happening? Possibly one of my favourite photos. So there we go. Three great talents, sadly no longer with us, but the legacy that they leave behind is their work. So, Tox, have you got to duck out early, or has he gone already?
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Oh. Okay.
He went on the quiet.
I didn't realise he had to go so quick.
Yeah, I didn't realise. I saw the message in the private chat. I was like, oh, he's already gone. I was like, oh.
All right. Okay. No worries. All right. So he normally, likes to hang around for the bit where I talk about people that have died. So
I was going to say, we didn't mention Udo in advance, so this is not our fault.
No, indeed.
Just want to put that out.
I don't think I mentioned any of them in advance. I'm three of them. So, but it's joking aside. It's sad. It's we've all got to go sometime. But I think with Eric in particular, it just was a real shock to learn of that today, because he's only 6-7 years older than me. So it just makes you think, right? Yeah, better get to some more day raves. Let's keep dancing. Make the most.
It is nice that these people leave behind a body of work, though, that can be
absolutely.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, Eric did. He worked on. Not that it's a film to triumph, but U571. He was on that.
What, is that the Bon Jovi one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he told me a great story. He told me a great story about that film, which I will tell, because I think it's one worthy of telling. And he got picked up to go to the set, and I don't know if you remember the scene on the movie, but his scene is when the German boat approaches the U-boat. It's like the boat that comes from the destroyer, the German destroyer, which was actually an Italian destroyer in reality.
Yeah.
And they approach the U-boat, and then they suddenly realise that the crew of the U-boat are in fact Americans, and Eric is the guy manning the boat, because he was actually the only German-speaking actor in that scene. Everybody else was just an extra. And he's only got one line. It's like, back to the ship. That's it. And but he was on it for like about 2 weeks. And he got picked up in the car one morning, and the other actor in the car was Jack Noseworthy, who's on the left here, second in from the left, and who was also in Breakdown, which was also directed by our man who directed U571. And he thought, well, another actor in the car, I'll make conversation with them. And he said, so, I got seen, so many times before they gave this role to me. How many times did you have to audition for the part? And Jack Noseworthy got fucking really offended and went, what makes you think I had to audition at all?
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, okay, I mean, I get it. I get it. Your pride was hurt, but that's such a knobby thing to say to an actor who's just doing a little role on a film, because you're making an assumption that he knows who you are. I know he'd done Breakdown. I think he did Breakdown maybe before this. I'm not sure if Breakdown came before or after this, but this was directed, if I remember rightly, by David Twohoy. And David Twohoy and Jack Noseworthy are friends, so I think Noseworthy kind of was a sure thing on this role.
Right, gotcha, yeah.
But yeah, man, I still thought, wow, I always remembered that story, and I thought, wow, that just seemed really cunty to say that. Maybe he was having a bad day, who knows? Maybe he didn't sleep much or something, but yeah, still was a bit.
You'd think it'd be a bit of common ground between actors, wouldn't you? That they could.
I mean, he enjoyed working on the film, but he did say that, some of the actors were very standoffish and didn't socialise with the lower ranks, and he said, whereas actually, you know, the people like John Bon Jovi, who it's his first film and everything, he spoke to absolutely everybody, treated everybody the same. So,
I mean, it does happen. You know, the unfortunate thing is it does happen, and I don't think, for the most part, I don't think, you know, the actors mean to be like that. I mean, you know, it could be that they don't want that role, that they're just, you know, this just a job for them, and but yeah, it does sound a little bit too much, doesn't it? You know, saying that what makes you think that I had to audition for this part? It's a bit egotistical. But that's a nice gig though. I mean, if you spent 2 weeks shooting that, because I think it was Cinecittà, I think.
It was. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think the sub's still there, isn't it? Isn't the sub still there?
I think it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is still there. It's at it's at Cinecittà in Italy. It's part of the tour.
Oh, right.
David Tahoe is the guy who did Pitch Black, isn't he?
Yeah, sorry. So it's not David Tahoe.
It's
this was directed by Jonathan Mostow. My apologies.
Right, okay, I was gonna say, I didn't think it was the same dude.
It's not Wolfgang Peterson. That's Das Boot.
We're getting our sub movies mixed up here.
This is more Dat Boot or Dis Boot.
We're going down a bit of a rabbit hole, Eric. It's totally your fault, but anyway, I think I may well be doing a submarines stream special.
Yeah, nice.
Not too distant future.
Please.
Oh man, I'll be up for that. You can get Crimson Tide in there.
Yeah,
I know.
You've seen all sorts of stuff.
I've already done a stream about Crimson Tide.
Yeah. Didn't we do Hunt for Red October and Crimson Tide? Wasn't it?
We did. Yeah, that was.
Yes.
Wasn't it you, me, and Matthew Holmes were on that thing?
Yes, it was. I think Matt was there.
I think Matthew Holmes was on it, wasn't he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Matt was on it. That was a good stream. That really.
That was a good stream. I really enjoyed
terrific
that.
stream. Yeah.
We've done trains. Now it's time to do subs.
Oh yeah, trains. Yeah, we did the trains. Yeah.
Well, now I've not mentioned this film before, so we should obviously talk about it because Al has just seen it for the first time. You may have heard of it before. It's this film called The Wild Geese.
Never heard of it.
No, never.
So me and Al both got to see it at the cinema on the 40th anniversary. I've talked about it most weeks this month. I was going to go and see it again, and that was the night where the cold snap came in, and it was 2 bus rides away, and I was just like, oh bollocks. So it
was freezing that day.
It was.
I know it was like down south, but up here it was 2 degrees. I was like, no, that's
it was cold. It was proper cold. I did actually put it on. I put it on at home, so I felt like I wasn't missing out and was sort of vicariously watching it at home. But Al, you saw it for the first time, so I know you'd kind of. It was one of them films that had been on in the background when Dad was watching it at home.
I remembered some bits towards the end with the Vickers machine gun. Like, very vague childhood memories, but I don't think I've ever watched the whole thing all the way through. So it was an absolute treat for me, to be honest.
Yeah, so you saw it on the big screen first time.
Yep, one other dude in the cinema with me.
Properly with one other guy.
One other guy.
Inside Man, did you make it to a screening?
I didn't, unfortunately. I'm gutted that I didn't. I just wasn't able to. The timing was
there's one screening left, and it's this Friday.
Right.
But it's at the Penistone Cinema, which is like near Barnsley somewhere.
Oh, right. Because it was nationwide, wasn't it? It went nationwide.
Yeah. They did like several one-off screenings. Was like one screening a week in different cities all over the UK, and there was about 8 in London, 8 in and around London.
Yeah, I'm going to be really pedantic now with Al. I'm so sorry about this, Al, but it was a 7.62 GPMG, not a Vickers.
Oh right, I mean, I thought you said Vickers in the film. To be honest,
they do. Yeah, one of them says pick up the Vickers and put it at the end of the runway. But yeah, that it was.
I knew it was a Cessna that was flying around with a machine gun.
It is a plane. But it is a
GPMG. So, nuts and bolts of guns aside, Critic Al. So, what did you think of it?
I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. I know you said that the film starts off a little slow, but I didn't really think so. I thought what it did was some excellent character work. so that when people started dying, and spoiler, people do die in this film.
Yeah, well, that's
You're like, no, I really thought he was going to make it, and you're willing them to make it, and when they don't, it actually matters. You're actually like, oh no, not another one. You know, I loved it. It had some stuff in it that I did not expect. And I'm not talking about the fruity racist language of the time that was more acceptable, but I wasn't expecting the gay dude.
Yeah,
I just wasn't expecting him at all. You know, the kind of what's his name? Witty. That's it. Yeah, because he's very camp. You know, like oh, darling, and that kind of stuff.
Well,
I thought it was great.
He was like that in real life. The guy who played him, and there's a great line from him on one of the making ofs where he was asked by Ewan Lloyd, look, got a role for you in this, but it's the role of a homosexual. How do you feel about playing a gay character? And his response was, Ewan, darling, some of my best friends are homosexual.
Yeah.
That was because response. So
I was wondering, because I was watching the film, and obviously it's 1978, and I was watching it, I was like, okay, this gay character, and they're kind of, you know, they're not being cruel, but there is certainly some, you know, banter in there. And I was like, I hope Twitter doesn't see this film, because, you know, you got people running around using the N-word and saying Kefir and stuff like that. But there was some really good, like the bit where what's his name's carrying the president on his back, and they're having that racially charged talk. It was just
I love the arc between the two of them. It was really,
so
really
good.
Really good, and they actually had a lot more dialogue in the original script, and they cut it. A lot of it was cut, so they shot some of it, but a lot of it, the original scene with the upside down tree, where he said, "Now go to sleep, man." That whole scene, that scene was that scene was twice as long in the original edit, because they talk about how that scene was cut down because Ewan Lloyd felt it was too preachy and too. You know, people.
I mean, maybe it was, because what I saw in the film, I thought was just about right, to be honest.
Well, what they were talking about was the reason that they basically cut it down was they used a different turn of phrase, but what they were saying was films are not for social messaging, films are for entertainment. That's what they said in the making of it. And so I think you're right. I think that arc needs to be there. But what we have is fine.
There's some great stuff, and when it all goes tits up, you know, you really feel it for these guys who are absolutely shafted. You know, like you feel for them, you really do, because like they are, through no fault of their own, completely screwed over, kind of thing. I don't want to give any spoilers away for this nearly 50-year-old film, but you know.
But there's a very strange thing about this movie that I get with every watch. You know, and I kind of feel like I'm almost very nearly, but not quite, watching it again for the first time, because I go through this weird sensation that as I'm watching it, it's almost like I'm still willing them, even though I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm still willing them to get away with it, and I still. It's almost like this subconscious thing. As though, you know, if I watch it this time, will they all pull through?
Well, pretty
soon
you'll
turn ending. Yeah, there was one character in particular.
You'll be able to put it into your computer, and you'll be able to say, "AI, change it so that they all get on board the plane." Right.
Well, then they all have the plane, unfortunately. But
you'll have that.
Obviously, you've got the three main characters, and I was like, okay, which one of these is not going to make it out? And it was kind of the one I was thinking in the end, but then there's a bit of a red herring right at the end as well that I don't want to give away. But I loved it. I thought it was a brilliant film.
In the book, by the way, two of those three main characters don't make it out.
Right, okay.
In the original book, So, but I won't spoil it, because I know Rachel...
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give any spoilers. I really wouldn't. I mean... It's about halfway through the film that the shit hits the fan, and when it does, it really, really, really does.
What I was saying to you before was not that the first third of the film is slow. The first third of the film is the portion of the film that has dated the most.
Right. Okay, I get you.
You've got the 70s disco. the way that they
Watch
light the interiors.
That's not dated. That isn't dated. Not the 70s. Come on.
You're biased and you know it.
But the
No, I see what you're saying, 'cause-
the way they light the interiors with,
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
the movie,
no, it's very much of that
Absolutely.
era.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
markedly
Yeah.
different. It's a little
Whereas
bit,
all of the external
it is.
stuff, because it's shot on location, could be any
Yeah.
age. I see what you're saying there. Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
get what you mean. Yeah,
There's,
I
I mean,
thought the
it's,
performances were great. I thought Richard Burton was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
mate,
Probably my favourite role of his, to be honest.
it is. It's probably it's probably the role that most people think. Yeah, this and Where Eagles Dare. You know.
Yeah,
but I think you're absolutely right. I think the lighting, definitely the lighting really kind of does date. It looks, almost looks slightly televisual, sort of 70s televisual.
Mhm, yeah,
In
yeah.
the
Rather than
interiors,
cinematic
yeah,
at the interiors.
UK, these scenes, the UK
Yeah,
interiors.
yeah.
Yes.
The bit of the airport and everything, it's very, very harshly lit. It's not like they've got any sort of back key and fill in there. It's just like literally just swamped with light just everywhere. But
I mean, this could be a scene from an episode of Crossroads, almost, couldn't it?
yeah.
Wobbly sets and all.
The
Yeah,
Britney Spears movie?
No. Al,
The guitar player movie
We
with
got
Ralph
loads of other
Macchio.
stuff. We got loads of other stuff to cover. Al, what would you give the Wild Geese out of 10?
9.5. I was absolutely blown away by it. I really was. I mean, when I got up, when the credits had rolled, everything, because we stayed for the credits, because the credits are quite personal as well, with the actors' names come up and all that kind of stuff. And also, not the actors' names, so the actors' faces.
Yeah.
So faces come up.
I'll give it a 9.5 as well.
Yeah.
And I just stood up and I spoke to the one bloke who was there. I said, mate, they don't make them like that anymore. And they don't. They don't make films like this anymore.
What did he say?
It was mind blowing. It was really, really good.
What did he say?
I'm very, very glad that you got me to watch it at the cinema. I really am.
Oh, good. Well, it's all right. You can pay me later. But what did the guy in the cinema say when you said that?
He just said, yeah. He said, no, you're right. I don't. That was it. I wasn't up for a conversation. I was just made a comment. But yeah, it was great. I mean, from the planning and everything like that, you can just it took the best of like the spy thrillers of the time, and sort of the army, and you can see that you see bits of that, almost like the Great Escape in there, and all sorts of stuff. And I loved it. I really did. I thought it was a very good film.
Just going to put some Jaws music on because Miss Sparkles is in the chat. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, bless her.
For our American friends, Crossroads was a TV soap that ran. It was famously low budget. Like you could see the walls shake and things like that.
Yeah, Aaron responded to my social media message. Who wants to come and see the Wild Geese? And he came along. So which was great. Yeah, so that was nice. It was us and about 6 other middle-aged men.
Yeah, but I saw what you mean when you talk about the dirt track that they used to make an improvised airstrip and everything like that. I could see it all. So your detailing and breaking down of the map and the area, and I was like, oh, right, okay, I can see all that.
Yeah,
it was really
it was interesting to look at that again
insight.
With fresh eyes. Let's move on. Stupenzo, you've got loads of stuff for us this week. Let's crack on with your choices.
I watched Wicked for Good. It was not good. I remember. Well, no, I want to talk about Wicked for Good. It was not.
All right, okay. If we must,
it was not great. I remember complimenting. See, I was talking about this on my show that got yeeted from YouTube the other day for wrongfully. I was showing firearms. No, I wasn't. But yes, all my comments about Wicked for Good have been lost in like tears in the rain. So. Basically, I'll bring it all up again. But yes, I remember thinking Wicked Part 1. I remember complimenting a few things about it, like the set designs and the songs weren't annoying. But yes, it was okay. And one of my big complaints was, why is it split into 2 movies? I hate that. After watching the second one, I'm glad it's split into 2 movies because you could totally... the second one is awful. It really is bad. It ruins so much about the Wizard of Oz movie. Because unlike the first one, takes place, I guess, before the events of Wizard of Oz, and it ends with, the Wicked Witch. She's now wicked now. She's she's got her broom and she flies away, and the people of Oz hate her, and it's like the Dark Knight, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the second movie is like now Alphaba, is that her name? She's evil. She's like a superhero now, basically. She's a vigilante. The movie starts off with like a bunch of these like woolly rhinoceros creatures being used as slaves to haul this giant bricklaying machine and create the yellow brick road, which is basically it was built on despair. And of course, the Wicked Witch comes and frees all the animals, and she's the good witch. It's so bad because there's so many things. Like, first of all, when Dorothy's house lands, the problem with this movie is it takes place like right before Dorothy shows up after the movie starts, and then she leaves before the movie ends. So this movie overlaps the events of The Wizard of Oz and paints it all in a new stupid context where
it's almost like
the
retcon,
witch,
isn't it?
Yes, so like the witch the house fell on the Wicked Witch of the East, right? No, it fell on her sister, who was like an innocent handicapped person in a wheelchair, and she wore get this, the ruby slippers.
I quite like that, though. I quite like that as a.
She's not a witch at all, right? She's actually, and the ruby slippers were a gift that the Wicked Witch gave her so she could walk.
Oh,
so she could find out. I know. Get this, the Tin Man. Remember how I was making fun of how like there's a Munchkin who's like in love with Galinda, and she doesn't really like him, and he's not really a Munchkin, you know. The Munchkins aren't really Munchkins; they're just normal statured people, and the Munchkin eventually goes to be with the Wicked Witch's sister, the woman in the wheelchair. Well, he, as a curse put on by the Wicked Witch, becomes the Tin Man. So he is the Tin Man, which when you watch The Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man was just like, oh, I was just chopping wood and it started to rain. Oh, also, I know the Wicked Witch because I was like in love with her sister. Like, none of that makes any sense. Also, even more insane is the Scarecrow. It turns out that the Scarecrow is actually that prince from the first movie who has a love triangle with Galinda and the Wicked Witch. So it turns out like, when Wicked Witch is like throwing fire at Scarecrow, she's doing this out of like a fit of like, you know, betrayed love. And it gets better. When the movie, so it turns out that Galinda is also secretly like, you know, Galinda's over here telling Dorothy like, hey, go kill the Wicked Witch and get her broom. And then when she leaves, her and Alphaba have like a duet together about how they love each other and they're best friends, and this whole thing's terrible. And it turns out when they were having the big castle climax action scene at the end of the movie, Galinda was hiding in a closet, and she could see everything from a crack in the door as Dorothy, we only see the back of her head, by the way, Dorothy, and she. You know, we see the shadow of the Wicked Witch getting melted by water, and Galinda's like in the closet crying, no, my friend. She gets melted, and then she goes out into the puddle of the Wicked Witch after the movie's all over, and she like cradles the hat and sits in the puddle of Alphaba's juices and stuff. And it's all very sad, I guess. But here's what's the kicker. She actually had a trap door. And used that trap door to hide, and the Scarecrow came back for her, and Wicked Witch and Scarecrow run off together because they're actually like in love. It is so bad, dude. You have no idea. Like I said, I remember the first one.
From your description, you know, it sounds pretty.
Like
terrible.
I said, the first one I didn't have like massive problems with it. It was annoying because they're doing that. Recontextualizing the villain thing. This Broadway, this book started that trend.
Yeah.
But you know, bastardizing all the other characters, it was pretty rough. So like I said, you could probably watch Wicked Part 1 and never watch this one. It's kind of like watching the Matrix sequels. Like you could probably just end it after the first Matrix and just assume Neo goes on to beat the machines. You know, you could just like the end of Starship Troopers. You don't need to see Rico and them kill the arachnids. You know they're gonna win. you know what the witch is going to do. You know
Yeah.
why the witch is evil now, and that's it. But this movie recontextualizes everything to such a terrible manner.
You know why Rico and Co are going to win? Because I did my part.
Exactly.
I did my part too. So anyway, yeah, Wicked for Good sucked. I did
can't
watch
wait
a
to
good
see it.
movie.
Can't
I
wait
did
to
watch
see
a
it.
good movie.
I knew I wasn't going to go and see it, so I looked up the plot of the movie, and it just read like shitty fan fiction. It really did.
Yeah.
That's what
bad.
it is.
I don't want to see this.
I'm glad.
That's
I'm
what
glad
That's what the book is.
Yeah, I'm glad that it did. I'm glad they did split it into two movies. Honestly, it makes it way better. Because if this was all in one movie, I would have been talking about how Wicked's the worst thing in the world. But like, I watched Wicked Part 1, I'm like, it's not bad. It's it's not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me.
But it's that whole, isn't it? That whole premise that even in a dung heap, a glass bead can gleam like a sapphire. Is
Yes.
you can have something like Wicked, which isn't particularly good. I'm sure it has its fans and all of that kind of stuff. But we are in that time where mediocre movies are now looking extremely good. And they really are looking very good. And it's a shame that we're almost conditioned to really, digest mediocrity and enjoy it.
Well, I watched a pretty good movie. I don't know. Everyone's saying it's the best movie of the year. I don't know about that. But I watched
Begonia.
No, we talked about that already. This is I thought Begonia was one of the best of the year. But yeah, everyone's talking about No Other Choice from Park Chan-wook or whatever his name is, the guy who did Snowpiercer and Old Boy and Thirst. He's got a new movie out.
I really like the original Old Boy. All right,
and this guy, he's definitely a really solid director. And yeah, this movie, No Other Choice, is it's a little long. It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes. It is a bit nerve-wracking, and it's kind of slow. Takes its time, but it was good. I wouldn't say. I mean, maybe I kind of want to watch it again. It is basically looking for a new job can be murder. Yeah, I don't know. This guy is like a family man, and he works at a paper plant, makes paper. That's his thing. It's his expertise. He's been doing it for 25 years.
Bonsai tree expert.
He loves gardening. And he's got this very awesome house that belonged to his family, and he's got a wife and two kids. He's got a daughter with like kind of autism, and he's got a stepson who's older. And he's got two dogs. He's got two awesome cars. He's got the best life ever. And then he gets fired. And he's like, I'm going to get a job in 3 months. And then it's like 13 months later. And he starts like, I don't want to spoil it, but he resorts to some pretty drastic measures to ensure he gets his dream job. It was pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, it was a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be, like more like a comedy. It was like a dark comedy kind of.
Is it tonally more like Parasite, or are we talking more like Theodore Rex?
A little funnier, in the middle. It's like Parasite, but a little funnier. And It isn't as dark. It isn't as twisted, and it doesn't have, it does kind of build up to this thing. But I still recommend it. It had this very twisted, dark kind of satirical tone about the job hunting market and automation, and also kind of I was picking up vibes about how kind of how like we won't foster the new generation to take up the slack. It's like everyone's, all the older people are the ones that are still like the breadwinner winners, supporting everybody. And I don't know, it's just, there was a lot going on with it. There's a lot of great direction. No. This is Asian. It had subtitles. It's out on streaming now.
Sounds interesting.
I don't know what. It was cool. It wasn't Like I said, I heard a lot of hype about it. Best movie of the year. I don't know. I'd put it in the top 10 of the year.
I love Mrs. Sparkle's just take on this. I'm never watching this.
I think that was wicked, to be fair.
It's been decided. I mean, it might be
a lot of reading.
It makes it more entertaining. Okay.
Yeah, I would recommend this one. It's definitely. I do want to watch it again, and see, because it's got a lot of great direction, a lot of great like double exposure shots, a lot of great framing, a lot of. It has this kind of Alfred Hitchcock vibe. I'm sure a lot of people would say it probably needs to be like 30 minutes shorter, but I didn't mind it. And I watched it at normal speed.
Wow.
You restrained yourself.
Was that just so you could keep up with the subtitles, though?
No. But yeah, I mean, it is a dense. It is, it's a lot. There's a lot going on in this movie.
I think you're probably the only person who's seen it because no one else is chiming in.
Yeah, I'd give it a good. Like 8 out of 10, maybe 7.5. It's not Park Chan-woo, whatever his name's favorite movie. Like I like Snowpiercer a lot more than this one. I liked.
He was producer on Snowpiercer. He was not the director. The director was Bong Joon-ho, who is the guy who did Parasite.
Yeah,
he directed 3 Extremes. Park Chan-woo. That was one of my early.
That's right. Yeah,
I remember that one. But yes, Old Boy definitely. Old Boy's definitely better than this. But yeah, it was cool. I watched another Asian movie last night. This one was okay, but I definitely want to see it get remade into a long movie or maybe a decent show. I don't really like shows, but
does anybody watch this? No. Uprising. This looks good.
Nope.
I love how Lance sees that Netflix thing and he gets all excited. I see the Netflix logo on a poster and I'm just like, eh.
I did not get excited because of the Netflix thing. I got excited because the title of Uprising is a cool title. Makes me immediately think this is going to be interesting. And it was produced by the same guy, so I thought that kind of looks interesting. It's got cool people with cool beards.
I watched an anime called A Wind Named Amnesia. Has anyone seen this? I never heard of it.
No, never heard of that one, mate.
Before we get onto that, so we're not jumping too many hoops.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
Snowpiercer was picked as a choice to discuss. That, however, looks like the TV series.
That's the TV series. The film was 2013.
So he was also an EP on the TV show that my friend Andrea was in, and there's an interview with her, and we mostly talk about her work on the Snowpiercer TV show. So that's on the channel. It's one of the early interviews, I think probably around 20, something like that, number 20. But yeah, so he produced this, which is based on the graphic novel. I've now read the graphic novel, actually. It's got that really weird art style, quite an unusual art style.
It's French, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
And I quite liked this movie, I have to say. I
like this movie.
As a film,
great cast. Great cast.
Yeah, good cast. Kind of some cool visuals. Bonkers, batshit nonsense story, but I was quite prepared.
Tilda Swinton's having fun.
Throw logic out the window. And a lot of great actors in this that would go on to do bigger things, but they're quite early on in their career. You've got a lot of good people in this. Plus Jason Clarke getting around again.
It's a very visual film. I really enjoyed it. I like the premise behind it as well. The acting performances are great. It's always nice to see John Hurt in things.
Yeah.
And the story gets meted out, because what they do is basically, for people who don't know, there's been an ice age essentially, and all of humanity is whizzing round on this giant train. That's it. All of humanity just lives on this train, and all the poor people live at the back of the train. And the further you go up the train, the more privileged you become.
Yeah, the rich people live at the front in executive apartments.
Yeah, in luxury, and they get the best food and stuff like that, where the people at the back get ground up bugs. And basically the people at the back make a break, a revolution to try and get to the front of the train to the sacred engine. Yeah. Chris Evans plays Curtis, the guy who is,
I think that's my favorite part of the movie. when they find out what the hell they've been eating this whole time.
Yeah, it's great.
Chris, what's his name, is like, don't tell anybody what you just saw.
Yeah.
Don't tell him.
There's some really cool character work in it, especially when you find out later towards the film, you find out about Chris Evans' character and his past, and that provides insight on why his character is like it is. And it's told really well, because it would be done very clumsily these days and very over the top. But what happens here is you get this information later in the film and you're like, right, that informs the character that I saw at the start of the film. And now I can perceive him in a different way retrospectively. Oh, and it's got Jamie Bell in it as well. Ed Harris.
Yeah, he's good. Jamie Bell. I like Jamie Bell as an actor. He's good.
Yeah, it's a good little film. It's not amazing. It might have a few problems with it here and there, but I really enjoyed it. I did really enjoy it.
Tilda
They cut the
Swinton's
scene
one of
out
my
when,
favorite Tilda Swinton roles.
She's good in it. She
is having such a good time. You can tell. She's probably hamming it up.
They cut the scene out where Thunderbird 2 come and fixes the broken bit of the monorail.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
Yeah, that was missing. I was waiting for that scene.
Some of the CGI is a little bit rough in places, but only a little bit.
Right.
It's 2013,
I went to see this at the cinema. I saw it at the Prince Charles, actually.
Yeah, I saw this at the cinema.
Yeah, and it's a much better film on the big screen. Good news! This just in: Miss Sparkles likes trains. So, yeah.
Yes, it's worth watching. If you haven't seen it, it's a thoughtful, action-packed, quite violent in places.
Yeah.
But it's a good film. I liked it.
What would you rate it out of 10?
I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I like that director's work anyway, although I did think Parasite was overrated. I thought 1917 should have won the Oscar that year. But Bong Joon-ho does good work. The Host was very good, and this, like that, is a very good film.
I'd give this a solid 8 as well. And it's a film that's very rewatchable. It's it's one I really want. I want a Blu-ray of it, and I don't have it at the moment. So, Christmas gifts suggestions. There you go. So, and I do like the TV show. The TV show was good.
I'll have to check that out. If they finished it and it didn't end on a cliffhanger or any bollocks like that, then
no, they did. They finished it. I haven't seen the last season, and you know, I will get around to watching it at some point, and for no other reason other than stuff in life happened, and when it came out, I wasn't able to watch it, and then you know.
No, I'll make a point of checking it out. It's very much like the Polar Express, Aaron, with a lot more screaming, blood, and dying.
Anybody else seen it who wants to add anything quickly? I
mean, I thought it was very, very reminiscent of Soylent Green, actually, or the more. I think the book, the actual book, Make Room, Make Room, very, very reminiscent of that, but set on a train. But I like it. I like it a lot, actually. It's a really good concept, and I couldn't disagree with you at all. I got to say, an 8 out of 10 would be a pretty fair score, and it is rewatchable. You're right, Lance. It's very rewatchable.
Microcosms.
Yeah, you do. You get the society microcosm on the train. You really do get a sense of that. It's very well executed. It really is.
The set for the TV show was absolutely huge, and they literally had it running as Andrea was telling me. It was almost like a continual set that ran through several sound stages.
There's 41 episodes, so it's quite doable.
So
I'll check that out.
It is good. There's a really big nightclub in the middle of the train that is like the bridge between the poor section and the next sort of middle class section, because the middle class people like to come to that club because it's a really cool club. So that's like the place where you can do deals to somehow get a bunk up into the next sort of status.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
And so that, of course, that ends up becoming a choke point of violence at one point in the show.
Because obviously themes of order and everything being in its right place to ensure that the society continues, no matter how dystopian it is a big theme in the film. You know, that's the core conceit.
Feels like it's a big theme in real life right now.
Yeah, because I can say that.
Yeah. Rebel Rose, you seen it? You want to add anything?
Oh, I saw it
It is
one
not-
time a long time ago. It was
It's not like
honestly
Polar Express.
not at all. Unless they started chunking the children out to freeze to death, then it would be like Polar Express. But yeah,
I just noticed we've lost Northern. He must have stopped pedaling.
He forgot to
Sorry,
put the
mate.
potatoes
Sorry,
in.
Yeah. Sorry, Northern.
Yeah, it just keeps cutting me out at the moment. I don't know why. The weather's been havoc here, though. It really has.
Sorry, Rose. Just carry on, and then Northern, I'm going to come to you, actually.
Oh, I just thought it was a brilliant movie when I got to see it that one time. I haven't seen it since, but I thought Chris Evans was fantastic in it. I really enjoyed it.
I do like this from Proxifile. There's a cool fan theory that Snowpiercer is an unofficial sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love
Ed
that.
Harris is Charlie.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. In fact, that would be a great... You could do a great Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but set on a train where the Oompa Loompas are kind of like, you know, the guards and shit. That would be fucking mental.
Hey, we high. I mean,
You could call it the Sugar Cube Express or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Oh, you see, Hollywood, you've not got anything on us. We've got all kinds of great ideas here. All right, so let's move on. Northern, what have you got to mention? And Enzo, I'll come back to you for that anime you wanted to talk about in a sec.
Well, one that's very, very underrated, in my opinion. A very old noirish, kind of like holiday movie. I know it's a bit early, but I wanted to check it out first. It's called Blast of Silence. Anyone heard of it?
Did you say Blast of Silence?
Yes, Blast of Silence.
Blast of Silence. That's normally subscribed to wind coming from the nether region.
Yeah, it's about a hitman that farts his.
This is the one directed by Alan Barron. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, it is. It's about a hitman who's gone back to his native city in New York to take out a target, and he has to do it before New Year. But while he's there, he takes his time, you know, scouting where he can kill his target, do his planning on how his escape routes, everything. It's a very meticulous movie, but at the same time, it's
I've
also
seen
about,
this actually. I have seen this. I remember watching this as a kid. Because it's got very distinctive visuals, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, especially when you've got the gritty New York in black and white surrounded by Christmas, and you've got this hitman as well, just killing off time. You know, he's working, but at the same time, he's connecting with people he hasn't seen in a long time, and you can sort of see that the life of the hitman is starting to take its toll on him as well. I mean, it does kind of spell it out a little bit with the voiceover, but it's still a pretty well done, you know, sort of low budget noirish movie that really does.
It's got a bit of a Roger Corman.
I was going to say, it looks like Ed Wood. Ed Wood bloody directed it. To be honest, looking at this trailer,
it's got sort of more of a it's got a sort of a Roger Corman 60s, late 50s vibe, but there's something about the way that it's shot and the use of locations that makes it a really interesting time capsule. There's no one particularly big name in it, I don't think, but it's a really interesting. It's an interesting film to watch now. I think I may well go back and check this out again, but I have seen it. I remember watching it as a kid just because some of the images of it stayed with me, and the whole thing with him planning the the target and everything, that whole plot line. And this film was quite original, and you didn't normally have the stuff from the assassin's point of view back then. So at the time, this was kind of like almost like an older version of Leon in a way.
right?
Yeah, kind of is like The Killer as well with Michael Fassbender, because you sort of like get the voiceover with what he does, you know, how he conducts his assassination, all that stuff, and just do not expect a happy ending. It's a very nihilistic holiday movie, but one that should be a vital watch if you're into your dark Christmas movies like Ice Harvest and.
Am I right in recalling the ending is like really abrupt?
I don't know. I kind of thought it was suitable because it's the life of a hitman, gangsters will kill you no matter how loyal you are, because it's like they say in Goodfellas, hits become a hazard. Even if they don't have a reason, you get fucking whacked anyway. Blast
of silence emanating from Northern Bastard's bowels soon. Have you got a rating out of 10 for this?
Yeah, I give it a good 8 out of 10. Sometimes the voiceover spells things out a bit too much, and I would have loved it. I think it would have been a bit better if it just allowed us just to view it all with no voiceover. But it's still
got a
really
good rating on IMDb, 7.4 out of 10, which is pretty good. And Alan Barron, who directed it, he wrote it, and he's also the lead, isn't he?
Yeah, looks like
he's the lead guy.
Yeah, I didn't really take the time to look into the production of it though, because I was looking for some Christmas noir films to try and see for the first time, and apparently this is one that popped up, and it's on YouTube for free, by the way.
Oh, cool!
Right, there you go. Inside Man, do you have an equally ancient film?
I do, as a matter of fact, yeah. This time it's from the 60s, 19...
Oh, that's good. That's in keeping with this one, which is also from the 60s.
1961, I think the year is.
No, this was 1961.
Right, okay.
Is it called Honk of Loudness?
Is
the sequel to Blast of Silence?
This one is... it's starring Spencer Tracy, Richard Widmark, Maximilian Schell, Marlene Dietrich, Judy Garland, and it's Judgment at Nuremberg.
Oh, I've got this on DVD.
What an amazing film. I'd forgotten how good this movie was, but I think the standout for me was probably Maximilian Schell. Just an incredible performance. I think perhaps his best performance, but... So this is a fictitious account of 4 judges that were Nazi judges during the Second World War, and they are themselves on trial. And Richard Widmark plays the prosecutor, Spencer Tracy is the judge, and Maximilian Schell is defending one of the judges, played by Burt Lancaster. And it affected me so much. I didn't think it was going to affect me watching this again as much as it did. It was when Richard Widmark played back the footage from the cams.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my goodness me! And it's his description, the dialogue. I mean, literally, I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I've just burst into tears just listening to this man's dialogue. It was incredibly well written, and it was written by, oh crikey, what's his name? I can't remember his name as an actor. Oh, for goodness sake, I wish I could remember his name, but I mean, I love a good courtroom drama, and this for me is, if not one of, perhaps even the best I think I've seen. I thought this was above and beyond 12 Angry Men. I mean,
wow!
I thought that this, I genuinely thought that this made 12 Angry Men look like it was, written by a complete amateur.
Holy crap! I need to watch this film.
Honestly, it's a seriously good movie with some incredible acting. Like I say, Maximilian Schell. I don't think I've ever seen a performance from him that was that good.
He's really young in this.
He's very, very young.
Does 12 Angry Men count as a courtroom drama if it's just a bunch of jurors deliberating somewhere else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jury room is part of the court, technically.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fantastic movie, and I'm pleased that I rewatched it. And of course, I've got my copy on order straight away.
Did you see the new one with Russell Crowe when he's playing Goering? Have you seen that yet?
I've not seen it yet. No.
I mean,
this is just Nuremberg, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, it's just called Nuremberg, and it's all about the relationship between Goering and the doctor that was visiting him, I can't remember if it was him that gave him the cyanide pills or if it was a guard.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Russell Crowe's been fattening up to play that role for several years now. So,
Yeah, hasn't he just?
Yeah. So, but I've heard good things.
Come on.
This film's got.
It's all right that he looks like Santa Claus now.
Inside Man. Has this film got William Shatner in it?
Yes, it has got William Shatner in it. Yes.
Yeah, he plays a young American soldier, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Is he the one that gives testimony about going into the camp? Is that him?
No.
That's a different actor. Okay.
Yeah. I did like the Brian Cox one, where Brian Cox played Goering.
Yeah, that was good.
That was incredibly good. Yeah.
The 97 version.
Yeah.
I've got that. I've got that on DVD as well. He turns up with all his stuff in his car and his mistress and he's kind of just thinks it's all going to be great.
Yeah. But it's quite fascinating, really. I mean, I think this is quite a groundbreaking movie, and it was one of those films that I think they felt they had to make because people were by 1961 saying, "Oh, let's forget about it. Let's, it's in the past now. We don't want to talk about it anymore." And politics was moving on, and of course there is a kind of a relevance really because of the Russian situation at the time as well. The Red Peril. So there are numerous references to that. But truly an incredibly well-made, well-written film. I couldn't speak more highly about this film as I am now. I mean, it's just it blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. I think the only thing I can say is
get the DVD out and watch it again.
Yeah, mate, it's so worth watching again, and I can't wait to get the DVD or can't wait to get the Blu-ray turn up, and I'm going to give it another watch as soon as I get it. It's a fantastic film, truly a fantastic film. One of the best films set in a courtroom I think I've ever seen, and there is also an awful lot of stuff behind, outside of the courtroom as well. But
what's your rating for it?
I think you know where I'm going with this.
Well, I'm thinking it might be a 10.
You think absolutely right. Yeah, it's a wonderful film. Really, really wonderful film.
Yeah, Abby Mann did write the screenplay along with Montgomery Clift.
Montgomery Clift.
Portion of it as well. Yeah. So
that's it.
Oh yeah, look, Paul's got the Long Good Friday on right now, and us at the same time. Congrats. So,
turn that rubbish off and watch us, for Christ's sake.
This episode of the Nielsen ratings is going to end with Rebel Rose sitting in the back of a car, just like staring silently with this music. And then you're suddenly going to hear.
And a bell going off.
Yeah, it's going to go like that. Slightly different ending, but the same emotional impact, I feel. Proctor has seen it. He's seen the pretty solid. Didn't feel I know enough about the history to rate it. Well, but we've kept you entertained. Oh, controversial. 12 Angry Men is slightly better than Judgment of the Nuremberg.
No.
I love the William
And-
Friedkin version with George C. Scott.
That's still a good production.
I like that.
Shouldn't that just be called One Angry Man? One angry son of a bitch.
Right.
That version was all right.
Yeah. And he was one angry man.
Yeah.
That is not the evidence. It is not the evidence.
That was one of his last roles as well, I think. Is that the one that Ben Affleck was in?
No, it had I think Alan Eld. It had a whole bunch of people in it. I don't remember who.
Oh no, they were all big name actors. I remember the cast of it was still like a sterling cast.
It was Jack Lemmon. Jack Lemmon was the
Jack Lemmon was in it as the old man, wasn't he?
Yeah. Who else was in it? Tony Danza, James Gandolfini.
Tony Danza.
William Peterson.
Tony Danza.
Yes.
Yeah,
he was good. He was
Yeah,
good
he
in
was
it too.
good.
Oh, Edward
I
James
like
Olmos.
that's the one we can't accept.
Yeah, Tony Danzig. He comes into the room and goes, "Hey."
Oh yeah, and Bubba, Mike Kelty Williamson was also in it from Bubba Gump Shrimp. Yeah,
Okay.
good
All right.
stuff.
Well, we could do a stream about all the different versions of 12 Angry Men. Enzo, what was the animation that you saw?
Oh yeah. So yeah, this is an anime from 1990 called A Wind Named Amnesia, and I watched it just totally randomly, like on a whim. I don't know why, but I liked it a lot. The movie itself is kind of mid.
Is this a Studio Ghibli?
No. It is one of those.
I could tell it's not now. I've seen the poster.
Yeah, so one of those standard like fair 90s anime. It's badly dubbed. It has some shoddy animation at parts and some really cool animation at parts. It's a lot of like tell don't show exposition going on in the dub. And it's kind of structured like a 3-episode kind of pilot that was stringed together in a movie. So it's not great, but the concept was so cool. I would love to see this like remade, retooled, kind of like how Vince Gilligan is doing the Body Snatchers story with Pluribus. Like, this is crazy. So it's like 1990s the movie came out, but it takes place in 1999.
Right.
So like in the not too distant future, there is a wind that sweeps across the entire planet and just blanks everyone's memories. So everyone is like a child now. They don't know how to talk. They don't know their names. They don't know where they are. They don't know how to drive, how to fly planes. Planes start falling out of the sky. People are like, abandoning their own kids because they don't know that those are their kids. It's just like crazy widespread chaos. And that is like one of the lesser fantastical things. It starts out as this like I'm just envisioning like a remake where like it starts out as this like kind of supernatural mystery, and it just delves way more into sci-fi as we go on.
Okay.
Because there's a guy, this typical Japanese anime hero with the red bandana. His name's Wataru, and that's like a name that was given to him. But like, there's a guy driving around with a gun, and he can talk and stuff, and like, how is this possible? Like the explanation for it is all insane. Everything gets more and more insane. But it was such a crazy idea. So I mean, he shows up, and there's like a rogue, like patrol bot going around, and in the big exposition vomit, they explain that like before the wind, like San Francisco was entrenched in a lot of riots, so they developed these like mech police to kind of like do riot control. And this individual was like in one of these mech suits when the wind came, and he was basically trapped in this mech suit, not knowing how to operate, not knowing what to do, and he eventually like starved to death in it. So there's like a skeleton driving around in this automated like mech suit that's just like shooting people. And all the people are like running around like cavemen, like they're wearing normal clothes and stuff, but they're like nonverbal, and they're extremely violent with each other, and it's like total chaos, like I said.
I'm surprised I haven't heard of this, because
yeah, it was wild. And then what gets even crazier is like, okay, so this guy, he's running around in the future. He doesn't know anything, but he is taught this all because he runs into like, he thinks it's like a prison, and it turns out it's actually like a research department where they're like developing like bioweapons, like people. And in this, like, there's all these like bio projects that are loose that have the amnesia, they're like TKs, they're like telekinetics and stuff. And it's like, oh my God. But there's like this one kid in a wheelchair, and he retains all of his memories because he had like a computer implanted in his head. So his computer brain was not affected by the wind. So he basically like teaches this guy like from the ground up, like, he basically has the intelligence of like a fifth grader by the time he's done with him, like a year of like, teaching him things, like reteaching him things, I guess. And then the kid in the wheelchair dies, and now he goes on this quest to kind of like, I don't know, try to, teach people things again. He finds out there's a bunch of cults where they sacrifice people to a god, and it turns out it's just like some kind of like bulldozer, like skyscraper destroying machine, and they think it's a god, and they sacrifice virgins to it and stuff.
What would you give this out of 10?
I don't know. The anime itself, I'd give it like maybe a 6.5. It was okay. But like I said, like all the stuff you could do with a story like this is out there, man. It is revealed that the wind.
Who's got a wheezing dog? What is that noise? Because I thought it was Rachel's cat, but she's muted. Someone's got like someone snoring next to them or something.
Oh well.
Is Northern fallen asleep? No, he's muted as well.
No. Well.
Okay. All right.
Well. Anyway.
All right.
One of the other interesting things about the show was, eventually it's revealed that the wind is in fact extraterrestrial in nature, and like that makes things get even fucking crazier. Like I said, this is one of those movies you could remake, and like if you're gonna remake a movie and turn it into a 10-hour show, do it with this. This is perfect. This is perfect because it's also nobody's heard of it, so like
I'm a sucker for 90s anime, so I'm gonna check this out.
It was like, like I said, as an anime, it was kind of mid-tier, but the concept is like borderline genius.
Well, it's from the same guy that done Demon City, Ninja Scroll.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. I mean, I see that now when I look at it. It doesn't surprise me when you say that. Like I said, I knew nothing about it. I knew nothing about it except this thing came across my my feed. The Wind named Amnesia. I clicked it. I picked a middle part in the middle, and it's like a topless woman like running in a beach, like laughing and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, this looks cool." And the context of that scene is like totally different from what I thought it was, but it was awesome. I was one of those movies where I was like, I found it on one of the streaming sites. Okay. I go to this streaming site, and it's cool because like the front page is just littered with like old stuff I've never heard of, which I prefer because here's all the new releases you've been hearing about nonstop, but now you go to this other website and it's like here's a fucking 1990 anime that's just uploaded right now. You've never heard of it. Check it out. I did watch this on double speed and found it quite enjoyable that way, so maybe that helps.
Rachel, you wanted to mention a show called The Gone, I think.
I did. It's been out for a couple years. They just released the second season. I haven't watched the second season yet, but it's one of those crime dramas that I get into, which I recommend constantly, and you're all probably tired of them by now. But it's set in New Zealand.
Honestly, we're just wondering when you're going to end up in one of them. That's all.
As Alan Partridge said, what does it tell you that there's 20 crime dramas on any television channel? People want them. Let's make more of them. So can't argue with that logic. I have seen...
Unless you know table tennis or youth hostling with Chris Eubank.
That's exactly the partridge amongst the pigeons. So this is Intercity Sumo. Anyway, this is the show that you're talking about. I have actually seen a couple of episodes. Didn't this have? Is this 2 seasons? Is this 2 seasons?
They just released the second season.
1. No, I think I've seen all of season 1 of this. Yeah. It is a good show. I liked it.
Yeah, I really liked the first season. We'll have to see what they do with the second season, though.
Yeah, it's kind of got a clash of culture. You've got Jason Statham standing in this show, as you can see. I'm loving this guy.
He can't help it.
This guy's got one of those suits on that you used to see the men wearing in Are You Being Served?
Yeah, exactly that.
And
just out of shot.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen my pussy?
Sometimes.
Oh, God.
Okay. Yeah, this is
we're gonna have to talk.
This is Gone. I mean, it is a good show. I give it a first season. I give it a sort of 7.5. soft recommendation from me. Yeah, you've got an Irish detective teaming up with a Kiwi cop to find an Irish couple who vanished in a rural New Zealand town, as per the description. But that's a pretty good summary of it. You've got the sort of clash of the cultures there. And then season 2 kind of takes it a slightly different direction. Yeah, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah, I think 7 is fair for it. I think 7 is a good score.
Well, we're in line with everyone else because it's 6.9 on IMDb. So there you go. Our scores are correct.
It's good to be validated every now and then.
In especially on a channel as prestigious as this one. Has anybody else got anything they want to recommend quickly? Because we are almost out of time, and I do need to get off.
Yes, I do have one more thing real quick. All of Brass Eye is on YouTube for free.
No.
Yep.
Oh, damn, man.
So I'm working my way through that because it's a fantastic show.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
For any Americans who don't know, do watch it. I mean, it is dark. There is one very, very controversial episode about PDF files, and if you like your humor dark and mean and nasty and disgusting, you will love that episode. But it's very clever as well.
It is very clever, which is what I really liked about it. It's satire using absurdity, and it's very well done.
It's Chris
I have
Morris.
just put the link in the private chat.
I think it's more important to point out that Thunderbirds is now live streaming 24/7 on.
That also is as well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny as well.
I just need somebody to. I just need somebody to live stream Keeping Up Appearances.
Well, sorry, go ahead, Rachel. What was that?
I just need somebody to start live streaming Last of the Summer Wine or Keeping Up Appearances for anybody that's looking to do that kind of thing. I would appreciate
Richard.
it. Exactly.
Yeah. There is a few things on YouTube that's free now. I mean, even the Statesman's on there, all the seasons with Rick Mayall as Alan Bastard. You've been watching that. Very, very funny sitcom.
Every time I click on the 24/7 Thunderbirds one, for whatever reason, I'll like click on it, and like 6 hours later, I'll click on it. It's always the same episode. It's one of the 2 same episodes. I'm like, I clicked on this yesterday, a completely different time, and I've got the same episode on again. So
just out of curiosity, what would be your top 3 episodes of that?
Of Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell you quite easily because I've thought about this before. My favourite episode, and I kind of go with the ones that were my favourite as a child, as opposed to sort of looking at it as an adult and breaking it down in a more, And so my favourite number 1 was Day of Disaster. The Martian rocket ship falls into. I just love that sequence when the bridge collapses and it falls in. And I really like that one because it used Thunderbird 4, Thunderbird 2, Thunderbird 1. It had a space rocket in it. Thunderbird 3 was always my favourite vehicle, whereas most people liked Thunderbird 2. Then my second favourite was probably the Crab Logger episode because I love.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Love the guest vehicles.
Yeah.
And Crab Logger is such a great guest vehicle.
Was it the Pit of Peril? Isn't it that one?
Pit of Peril is the one with the Sidewinder.
The Sidewinder, that's it. Yeah. Sorry.
The most impractical vehicle ever devised. With its, lanky legs and there's a line in that episode where they go, this vehicle's going to be great now. Those bushfires, that break out or something. And I'm like, it's not a fire truck. So I'm assuming they're talking about, kind of whatever little pockets of violence or something. This big lanky tank on legs that could get taken out by a bazooka quite easily, or indeed a pit, which is what happens in that particular episode. But so Crab Logger is the one it's the big yellow vehicle that chops down the trees and converts them into fuel.
Right.
Out the back of the vehicle. And because I really like the guest vehicles. I mean, I do like the pilot. I do like the Firefly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because this whole sequence is just classic.
Yeah, that's brilliant, isn't it? Try and catch the plane.
But that was never my favourite episode. I think predominantly because it just sort of featured Thunderbirds 1 and 2, and not everybody was involved. But I did like it. But yeah, Day of Disaster. As a kid, I really liked Rockets, so Day of Disaster was always the favourite one. So
I think that the one for me really was the one with the crocodiles. It was probably called something like Day of the Crocodiles or something. I can't remember its title.
Yeah, Attack of the Alligators.
Attack of the Alligators.
That was my that was my third choice.
Oh, it's a terrific episode.
And I didn't find out until years later that they were using cattle prods to get the alligators to move, and they actually killed one of them during filming as well, which is disgraceful.
What's the one where they try and move the Empire State Building and it all goes tits up?
Yeah, that's Terror in New York City. Yeah, that episode's all right, but it's not one of the best in my view.
Because there's only about 30 episodes of Thunderbirds, isn't there? There isn't a lot of it.
I think it's 32. Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought there was a lot more, but I mean, because I used to watch it when I was a kid and stuff, and I always thought there was loads of it. But I watched it a few years ago and got through it in no time.
There's 3 extra ones that were made as records, and then what they did very cleverly was they then produced them as extra episodes for the.
Oh, is that Thunderbirds Our Go?
60-year anniversary. No, there were 2 feature films made: Thunderbirds Our Go and Thunderbird 6.
Oh, okay.
So the 2 feature films, 32 original episodes, and 3 anniversary episodes. There's actually 35 episodes now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I wish they'd just remake the show. I didn't mind the remake, the one that was done in New Zealand, because they did use a lot of models and stuff. And
I'm glad you're not talking about the Jonathan Frakes movie, because that's
oh God, don't even go there. No. That's the thing to discuss. Okay, so we're going to wrap up because we've gone over time. Flavia, it's good to see you in the chat. Thank you for popping in. Tomorrow, let us not forget, at 8 o'clock in the evening, we have a very, very special guest coming on the channel. I have composer Bruce Brofton in the chat tomorrow. He'll be coming on at 8 p.m. UK time. Hopefully we won't have the same connection issues we did when we did the tech check, but I'm hoping that'll all be good. This man has done so many scores for so many great films, including 2 of my personal favorite scores of all time. And so I'm going to be talking to him about what it was like to work as a composer at the high end of filmmaking in the 80s and 90s. The last big movie that he really did a score for was Lost in Space, the one with our man from Friends.
Matt LeBlanc, the one where Gary Oldman plays.
Yeah, that one.
Smith.
I didn't hate that movie. It was okay. But it had some interesting ideas. Just don't think that the tone of the film was consistent.
Yeah, it
was a bit all over the place. Yeah, it was of its time.
The CGI kind of, it hasn't aged well.
Yeah. No,
but the score has. The score is great.
The score's good. Yeah. Yep. So so Bruce Brofton in the house tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And then I've got another author coming in next week, I believe. So I've got another interview next week. Of course, we will have the Nielsen ratings. Northern, I need to pin down a date and time, and this goes for any of the other panelists, to discuss the Polish TV show about the sinking of the ferry, which Rudy Cow is now going to pronounce.
What am I going to pronounce, sorry?
I'll do a second take.
Hewelius.
Hewelius. There you go. Yeah. So we're going to be doing a special stream on that. At the moment, and then December the 1st, this coming Monday, is World AIDS Day. I'm going to be doing a special stream on 2 movies and the band played on, which my friend Donal Logue was in, and also the TV series When We Rise, which also has 2 episodes which cover the AIDS epidemic quite extensively. Actually, I think they got 3 episodes of that 8-episode show. So I'm going to be talking about both of those shows. That's the special on December the 1st, which is World AIDS Day. I'll be doing that at 8 o'clock on that Monday night. So at the minute, the windows to do that stream are limited because December the 8th, I've got an industry interview with Mark Anthony, who wrote the Rave book 1988, which I showed you guys last week. Possibly Wednesday the 10th. I don't know how that fits with you, Northern and Critic Al. Does that Wednesday the 10th at 8 o'clock, would that work?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm about.
Yeah, I'll be all right for that.
I'm not here. Is the 5th? I'm in London.
Shall we pencil that in then?
Yeah, why not?
All right, okay. We'll pencil that in, and we can firm it up before then. But let's go for. So we'll do that's an episode of Chew the Fat where we're gonna talk about that show, which is on Netflix. No one's watching it. No one's talking about it.
It's worth a watch. Very good. Very compelling.
Yeah. We'll probably discuss Estonia a little bit as well, which is a very similar show. Which of course we did regular reviews of it when we were doing the Nielsen ratings 2 years ago when that show dropped. Fantastic. Inside Man, you got anything you want to plug?
I think tomorrow we're doing Planes, Trains and Automobiles with Blue Collar Loser.
Mm-hmm.
On his Loser's Mouth.
Thanksgiving, isn't it? It's Thanksgiving.
Yes, yeah. And other than that, I'll be waiting around for Enzo to do all of his Christmas Hallmark movies. So I'm really thoroughly looking forward to that.
Does this mean that you have to watch them all?
Do you know what? I'm going to ask Enzo for some great recommendations on his Christmas Hallmark movies because he makes them sound so much more than they probably are. But he really sells them well. So
I thought Enzo watched them, so we don't have to. I thought that was the deal.
There's one I want to watch that's got the chick from Sister in it.
There's a couple of those, I think.
Yeah, there's a new one. I'm gonna start watching them this week.
Enzo, what do you got coming up?
I'll be on AJ's Abomination AJ's later tonight for his Tighten Up Tuesday show, and then I go to the dentist tomorrow for a cleaning, and then I don't know if Blue Collar's doing something, but I'll be on there maybe if he is. And then there's also tomorrow's We Watch movie is edited. Commentary for the Blob 1988 version.
Oh, nice.
So for Thanksgiving, we did do the 1950s Blob 2 years ago. The full-length commentary is still up on my channel if you want to check that out. But yeah, the 80s Blob was fun. We had a lot of fun watching that. So check that out tomorrow. And then
actually, before we go, there is something on your channel I wanted to ask you about because it keeps coming up on my recommended videos, but I'm not a member of your channel.
Oh God!
So I can't watch it, and it's some kind of song and dance number.
Is it with the Winnie the Pooh one? Sovereign.
No. Is it Mojito? Is it Alan Richardson?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the one with Alan Richardson. What's all that about?
Alan Richardson was in he had a failed attempt to be a music guy. And he had a really terrible song called Mojito. And I did a remix of the song where it's the Mojito song with the music video, and I add sounds of graphic diarrhea and shitting over it. But you could watch the Mojito song anytime you want, and it's kind of the same thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you haven't convinced me that this is worth my time, so I won't push the issue any further.
No, yeah, it is pretty baffling, the Alan Richardson music video, Mojito. They tried to make the drink and the guy and the song a thing, and it all failed.
Is he the same size? Is he a huge dude when he's trying to sing?
He's tall, but he's not all bulked out. And he's
right.
He's wearing it's a lot of neon green everywhere, just green.
Jesus.
And, you know, he's wearing green light up glasses. He's got a green tie, and the whole song just goes, mojito, mojito, mo. It's just like a dumb techno beat, and then the verse is like, sugar rum lime soda, sip, tasty, and it just repeats over it. It's the worst song ever, dude.
Holy
That sounds awful.
You gotta see it.
That's
You've
a
got to
fantastic
see it.
place for us to
When
end the
I
show. Bye, everyone. Only kidding.
I'll say when I added graphic diarrhea and shitting sounds to the song, I actually improved it. Some people say. So I'm not
That's the
joking.
thing. Richson is actually a
You can
good
only watch
singer
this-
as well.
You can only watch this if they're a member of your channel, right?
Yes, but like I said, you can watch the Mojito song unadulterated with without poop sounds wherever. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
You can check it out.
But yours is the
Yes, you
bootleg.
must share.
Yeah,
this
for only
abomination.
$3, for $3.99, you can get access to a bunch of really weird, stupid, short videos.
Before we go, I will just mention, because I've seen it popping up on a couple of streams, and I think also Dark Hour's talking about it right now on his channel. Thanks for scheduling that show, opposite mine, bud. Appreciate it. So yeah, Leslie Headland's come out and said that YouTube content creators are the people who build the Acolyte. That is fucking hilarious. Don't take
I'll take the credit.
responsibility for your own
Even-
shit, huh? I mean, you know,
It
it's
couldn't
nothing
be
to-
that the show just sucks.
the show was awful.
Bad.
And
No. It was because of YouTubers. In fact, it was all me. I did it. I broke the dam.
Well, I mean, you can.
No,
go
I
back
broke the
and watch-
dam.
You can go back and watch my videos, and I was one of the
Oh,
few people that
Spartacus.
stood up and said, "I'm going to give this show a fair crack. I'm not listening to the noise. We're going to watch it weekly, and we're going to review it fairly."
remember.
And we did, and
We all hated it.
Yeah, it was undefensible.
It was a failure on every single metric. There was not one way that film worked. That series works.
Yeah.
Why are
so,
you grown men?
you know,
Why are you grown men criticizing Star Wars? Are you too old for that? Wasn't that one of the crap that one of the comments came up with?
Probably. Strange enough, my Acolyte video is actually one of my best videos. 3.2 thousand views.
Yeah, it gets the
Disney
clip.
didn't kill the Acolyte. Maths did.
Right. Well, I may have to do a special stream about that because I
I mean, what did she expect? She spent 320 million on a TV show that nobody watched.
I wonder,
Sorry,
and I
it's not-
wonder how much of that was her salary.
Well, and her
that-
wife's.
That would be between them. I wonder how much money they took. That would be really interesting. Because don't forget, she had a producer's points on that show as well.
Mm.
She was also a writer. I think she directed. Did she direct an episode or two?
I have no idea.
She had about 3
At all.
jobs. So you're talking 2 or 3.
I barely managed to survive it. I didn't want to think about it anymore. To be
Well, I
honest.
mean, I'm just saying how much of that 320 went to her. Went to her.
Oh, I think there was some definitely because it was not all on screen. Put it that way.
No, it wasn't all on screen. I reckon she probably took about 20 million of that.
Easily, yeah.
I would think. But anyway, that's a conversation for another time. Okay, that is it now from us this week. Thanks to my panelists, Toxic, who had to bow out early, Critical, Inside Man, All the English Starred, Rebel Rose, Stupenzo, and myself. We had a full house tonight, which was great. We'll be back on tomorrow, 8 o'clock, with the Bruce Brofton interview. We'll be back next Tuesday, of course. I'll be back next Monday as well, because I've got a special Chew the Fat on Monday for World AIDS Day, so do come to that. I'll try and keep it cheerful and upbeat, even though we will be discussing some heavy topics. So yeah, thanks very much for everyone coming on, and I'm going to see you all again real soon. Bye.
He's creative,